going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
It begins as all great things do, with a flicker, a spark of hope, a seed planted deep, waiting for warmth. A moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Welcome to the place of possible. The University of Tennessee Southern is a family of leaders and scholars united by a single goal: to grow the spark of greatness inside you into a future that transforms your family, your town, and your world. Here you'll spark your passion under the guidance of our nation's brightest minds, who open a window to the world's wonders from close to home. You'll fan the fires of competition on the field, the court, or the course, honing skills you never knew you had to accomplish what you never thought you could. You'll do it all while forging bonds that will last a lifetime, and serving a community that values your talents. Because here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself. There's a future waiting for you. We'll help you build it. Because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
Gifts and goodies galore await you at Miss Millie's in downtown Lawrenceburg. From brands you know and love, like E. Newton Jewelry and Tyler Diva Wash, to unique specialty gifts, you will find it all here. Whether you're looking for the perfect gift for someone you love or shopping for yourself, shopping local is the way to go. We have home goods, women's fashion and accessories, baby items, and lots of seasonal decorations. Our friendly staff will welcome you in, help you find what you need, and even package your gifts for you. Also, we can't forget to tell you about our popular bridal registry. Future brides can come and create their perfect registry with us. So stop by Miss Millie's today. We're located in the northeast corner of the square in downtown Lawrenceburg.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
For over 50 years, Southern Tennessee Regional Health System Lawrenceburg has been a cornerstone of care in Lawrence County. From cardiology to orthopedics, general surgery, primary care, and women's health, we offer compassionate expert care close to home. Our ER is now stronger than ever with more providers, chest pain accreditation, and our newest Joint Commission stroke accreditation, because every second matters. Generations have trusted us for compassionate care and medical excellence. service. Faster, trusted, accredited. Emergency care with hometown heart.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
Bring your outdoor dreams to life at Loretto Nursery and Landscaping. This one-stop shop can help you get your project done from start to finish. Go see for yourself. They have a wide variety of plants, from tropicals to ferns and trees, plus hanging baskets. What they have to offer goes beyond what looks good. They also supply concrete, mulch, compost, and drainage culverts. Don't forget about their on-lot buildings and chicken coops. You think that's all? You can also stop by to fill up your propane tank. Loretto Nursery and Landscaping has you covered. Stop by 409 South Military Street.
When it's time to build a home, remodel, or add on, Hamby Builders is this area's experienced construction company. From site selections to floors, doors, windows, trim, tile, bathrooms, and kitchen, the Hamby Builders team can make your home the home of your dreams. Hamby Builders is licensed and insured with over 20 years of experience in homes in Giles, Lawrence, Wayne, and Murray counties. Trust your home construction or light commercial project to the team with experience and integrity, Hamby Builders. Call 931-629-5264 or 931-629-9472 today.
Here at Fields & Brown Barbershop, legacy means a lot. We're trying to fill big shoes left by my two uncles and my grandfather, where every haircut came with conversation and every customer left a little taller than when they walked in. The barbershop is about pride. It's about knowing your barber knows your name and your story. Come see us at Fields & Brown Barbershop, where tradition never goes out of style. 3 generations, 1 legacy, your barbershop.
Let me tell you about a place that has it all for your home, bedroom, kitchen, lawn, and more. It's a home-owned and home-operated business that's been around for over 70 years, so you know they're doing something right. At Swap and Shop Center in Lawrenceburg, you'll find top name brands for every room of your house, and top brands for the outside too. Looking for appliances, televisions, couches, safes, bedding, mowers, and well, the list goes on. So make the drive today to 824 North Military Avenue in Lawrenceburg and be treated right. The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
It begins as all great things do, with the flicker, a spark of hope, a moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself, because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
The Summit of Lawrenceburg is the premier senior and assisted living community in the region. The Summit makes it home for you or your loved one with diverse suites that welcome and encourage community, plus gathering spaces, neighborhoods, daily activities, and a wonderful staff that supports you every day.
Hi, I'm Tara Blue. I'm the new director of the Summit, and we would like to invite you and your family to come and tour our facility. We would love to see you here.
Nobody makes hauling more affordable than C&D Hauling. Serving southern Middle Tennessee and northern Alabama, they supply premium materials like asphalt, sand, gravel, and much more for whoever needs it, like contractors, builders, or homeowners. Call today for a free quote.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome everybody here to Pulaski, Tennessee, here on the campus of the University of Tennessee Southern, here at the Carey Athletic Complex. Hayden Burks joined alongside Graham Burks as we're here for University of Tennessee Southern Firehawks as they take on their conference opponent in William Carey, the Crusaders. And Graham, tough loss here for the Firehawks yesterday as they took on a really good Loyola team. And they come into this game 7-5 overall, 3-4 within district, and William Carey comes to this game 12-8 overall and 6-1 in the district. So another really good conference opponent.
Yeah, that was a tough loss yesterday. Of course, Loyola is really good, but I believe UT Southern can recover from that game, and I have faith in UT Southern that they can pull out and win this one.
And let's take a look at the starting lineups here for William Carey, as I'm just getting these names here, so I do apologize if I do botch these. I will try to fix those as best as I can. It will be Alyssa Porte, Natalie Bartholomew, Maureen Reyes, Emerald Owens, Zoe Michelle, and Agnes, that is Haggard. So those are the starting lineups for William Carey. Now taking a look here for UT Southern, it will be number 7, Ashley Kraft, number 9, Mazzoli, number 10, Amaria Patterson, number 11, Beardsley, number 13, Ward, and number 19, Warris. That's the starters for UT Southern. So once again, UT Southern comes to this game 7-5 overall, 3-4 within conference play as they lost to Loyola 3-0 last night, but have to have a quick turnaround as they got another home game against William Carey. So after this, they will play on Monday as they will take on Oakwood for the Hawktoberfest. Take a look on your screen. It will be UT Southern on the right side starting off in their home white uniforms, and the Crusaders of William Carey, they will start off going from left to right in their away black uniforms.
Go ahead and read off who the team kill leaders for William Carey and UT Southern.
For William Carey, it looks like Bartholomew and, the team leader is Sophie, try to pronounce this name here, that is Battany. She's got 153 so far. That's a lot of kills. So it's going to be tough there for UT Southern, Graham, as we saw kind of a disadvantage they had against Loyola last night.
Oh, yeah. This should be a fun game to watch.
Fun game between the two. I believe UT Southern got the opening serve here. So once again, another conference game. Big game here. UT Southern want to get that win back from yesterday and go 500 within conference play and improve to 8-5. But with that, they got to come out with a win against a very good William Carey team.
They got to come out with higher energy and high confidence.
A little bit of a crowd here in Pulaski, Tennessee, but I know there is also a soccer game at 1:30 that should be coming on here in a little bit, as it is the number 25 ranked UT Southern Firehawks women's soccer taking on the number 20 ranked Life University. So that's a good game. And then also at 4 o'clock will be the men's action. It's both UT Southern and Life University in that one as well at 4 o'clock. So a lot of action here in Pulaski, Tennessee for soccer and volleyball. AJ Good on the call for the volleyball game. The soccer game. That's Sorry, thank you for clarifying that.
And I'll give props to UT Southern men's soccer as they beat the #1 team in the nation, Dalton State, at their home field, their home turf.
And a conference win too as well, so it's big for UT Southern. Hopefully they can come out with a big win against Life and maybe be able to get in that top 25 the next upcoming ranking.
Hopefully they can scratch the surface of that top 25 ranking.
They're checking everything, scoreboard, make sure it's ready. Good, everything is good to go here. As once again, UT Southern will get the opening serve. Malozzi will go back to serve for UT Southern. Once again, they're double checking, triple checking, quadruple checking, making sure everything's ready to go here. Once again, it's Malozzi, Kraft, Norris, Patterson, Garza, and Beardsley for the Firehawks to start this one off.
I'll see a lot of William Carey fans. Of course, that's a haul.
It is a long drive from Hattiesburg, Mississippi is where William Carey University is, so it's about a good at least 6.5 hour drive.
You should know a lot there because you were
manager. I never went there. I remember I wasn't able to make that trip.
Playing in basketball.
Really good at every sport, that's for sure. Action's underway. They're able to get it over the net. They set it up. They send it over, and that will be the first kill point for William Carey. That was Bartholomew with the kill. Here's the serve coming from the Crusaders. Kraft underneath it. They set it up. Malozzi. Patterson looking to get it over net, and that's down first point for the Firehawks.
Already a substitution for the UT Southern and William Carey.
Hope checking into the game. Cope back to serve. She'll get it over the net. They set it up. Here in the middle, on the far side, near side, block back. Point goes to the Firehawks.
Good block by Kraft.
That was Kraft. That'll be a service error on William Carey. It's now 2-1 in favor of the Firehawks. Cope back to serve once again. That was Porter with the attack error against William Carey. Cope able to get it over the net once again. Bartholomew, they set it up. Wants to get it over once again, able to do so. Here's Kraft looking to get over the net, tipped up in the air. William Carey underneath it. Tracks it down, looking to get it over. Block back once again. William Carey still has it. Look to send it over, block back again. That point will go to the Firehawks again. Give it back to Kraft. That was Porter again with the attack error. Cope serve once again. Gets it over the net. Set it up in the middle. Finds a hole in the defense. Garza able to keep her hand underneath it. Kraft, and they won't be able to send it back over the net. That point will go to William Carey. Nice hustle there from Garza. Try to get her hand underneath it. Back to serve will be Benedict for William Carey. She will get it over the net. Set it up. Beardsley looking for the kill. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They set it up. Looking to get it over. Cope underneath that one. They set it up. Beardsley, she'll just send it over with the left hand. Still up in the air, and that's down for the kill for Beardsley. That point will go to the Firehawks as they retake a 2-point lead.
Ward checking in for Patterson on the Firehawks side.
Garza back to serve. She'll get it over the net. It's dug out. They set it up in the middle. Over on the far side, going for the kill. Tips it up. Cope able to track it down. Kraft, she'll send it back over here for the Firehawks. Still up in the air. Bartholomew underneath it. Able to get it back over to UT Southern. Malozzi sets it up. Beardsley going for the kill, and that point will go to the Crusaders. I believe Malozzi was in the net there.
And Carey making a substitution.
Porte back to serve, Porte checks out. It'll be number 10. That is Vulich for William Carey. And she will send it over the net. Malozzi sets it up here for Beardsley on the far side, going for the kill, and that will just sail out of play. And no, they're going to say it was tipped. That point will go to UT Southern. I thought it looked like it was tipped. That's another kill for Beardsley. That is her second.
He switched up right there.
Team's third. Beardsley with the serve, and short on that point will go to William Carey off to the service error. I believe that's the first, and it is the first in this game and for UT Southern. Maceira back to serve. And she will send it over the net. As he sets it up, Kraft tips it, tries to find the hole in the defense. They set it up once again, looking to get it over. Garza and UT Southern. Malozzi tried to get a foot underneath at that point. Will go to William Carey, and just like that, we're tied up at 5.
She tried saving that.
Maceira back to serve once again. She will get it over the net. Garza looks to track it down and won't be able to get over the net. That's a service ace for William Carey. That's the first in this game. Now William Carey takes the lead, 6-5. They'll send it over once again. Garza underneath it. Malozzi makes the set, looks to get over. That's Norris, and that's down for the kill. That's actually Ward with the kill. Her first, and we're tied up at 6. Speaking of Norris, she will check into the ball game. Kraft will go back to serve. Six all in here in the first set. They set it up, looking to go for the kill. Garza with the dig. They set it up for Norris here on the near side. Still up in the air here for William Carey. Far side, Bartholomew. Beardsley underneath that one. They set it up. Looks to find the hole in the defense. Back over to William Carey. Far side. Looks to get over. Block back. That was on Norris. Point will go to the Firehawks. Ward, that is. Ward.
Great duo effort by Malozzi and Ward on that block.
Kraft once again. Gets it over net. Far side. Bartholomew going for the kill. And that will go out of play. Point for the Firehawks again.
Kind of came off the hand a little wrong, don't you think?
Yeah, I believe they were trying to find that hole in the defense, but I think just too much juice behind it.
Short. Way short.
Yeah, I believe that one came off wrong for Kraft. That's another service error for UT Southern. Point will go to the Crusaders. They now trail by 1. Back and forth. Mitchell to serve. She'll send it over the right hand. Garza underneath it. Malozzi finds a hole in the defense. Nobody was there. That point will go to UT Southern. A kill for her.
She's really good about finding those holes in the defense.
Ward will go back to serve. She will get it over the net. They set it up near side, looking to get it over. That one sails long. Point for the Firehawks again. They take a 3-point lead.
Too much juice behind that.
Service error for Reyes, excuse me. Here's Ward again. Just gets it over the net. Back over to UT Southern. Kraft. Malozzi sets it up. Patterson. That's down for the kill. Point for the Firehawks.
There you go.
11-7 here for the Firehawks. They're starting to catch fire. And Ward gets it over the net. They set it up far side. Bartholomew will go for the kill. That's blocked back. Guess who? By Patterson. 12-7. Yep, and we're going to have a timeout here by William Carey. They're first in the first set. We'll take it with them here on the X Sports Network.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. we assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
And after a big run by UT Southern, they forced the Crusaders of William Carey to take their first time out here in this first set as UT Southern leads 12-7 in this Southern States Conference matchup.
Firehawks is bringing that fire, no pun intended, and they're bringing their energy.
Say William Carey's just not used to what UT Southern's throwing at them, and they just kind of not seem lackadaisical, but just not aware.
They seem kind of surprised up there.
Yeah. William Carey has one timeout remaining in this first set. UT Southern still has both of them. Going back to serve will be Ward. She will send it over the net. Still up in the air, and they're going to try to save it. Able to do so. Great save there by William Carey. They set it up. Patterson going for the kill, tipped up in the air. Over on the far side, Bartholomew has to fade away. Kraft able to get a hand underneath it, though. North, she will send it back. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They look to get it over. Riaz still up in the air here for UT Southern now. Norris looks to tip it over. Still up in the air, fight at the net. Look to get it over. Over for UT Southern. Patterson still up in the air. Point goes to the Firehawks.
She's made 3 great plays.
Yep. Patterson had a little bit of a struggle yesterday getting things going, but she's stepped up here in this first set. Ward, they set it up. Looks to find the hole in the defense, and they did what Malozzi did earlier. At that point, we'll go to William Carey. Good job for them to stop that run by the Firehawks.
Garza coming in for the Firehawks. William Carey also making substitution as well.
Riaz back to serve. She will get it over the net. And that one sails long. Service error, point goes to the Firehawks. So now the first service error by William Carey. Malozzi makes a bullet, sends it over the net. Bartholomew on the far side going for the kill. Excuse me. That point will go to William Carey. It's now 14-9. Looking at Bartholomew, she will go back to serve for the Crusaders. Bartholomew gets it over the net. They set it up. Far side, Norris down for the kill. At that point, we'll go to the Firehawks. They now they retake a 6-point lead. Cope will go back to serve for UT Southern. Here comes the serve, able to get it over the net. Bartholomew able to track it down. They look to get it over. Able to do so. Over here for UT Southern. Beardsley on the far side has to time it up. Up in the air. It just goes a little wide. Point goes to the Crusaders. Good set there by Malozzi, though. Just a hair wide.
I looked on the line from my angle.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I believe it looked just a hair out. (15-10). Garza sets it up. Kraft, tip back, still up in the air. UT Southern have to track it down. Beardsley going for the kill, and that one's down. Nobody guarding that back left corner. Point will go to the Firehawks. Another kill for Beardsley. That's now her third.
Adding that to her stat.
Subs coming in. Bartholomew will check out. Coming in will be number 3, Monteru. Garza the serve. She able to get it over the net. Fight for it at the net. Looks to tip it over. Ward underneath that one. Garza Kraft, she'll look to send it over. Able to do so. That's off of William Carey. Point will go to the Firehawks again. 17-10 is the score here in this first set.
Southern maintaining the momentum.
They are. They're doing a good job keeping the pressure on William Carey. Garza sends it over the net once again. Sets it up here on the far side. Looks to tip it over the net. Able to track it down. Garza. Here's Beardsley going for another kill. Still up in the air, though, for the Crusaders. They look to send it over, able to do so. They set it up. Ward going for the kill. Tip back. Still up in the air. Fight for it at the net. Beardsley has to track it down. Still up in the air for William Carey, though. They set it up. Looking to get it over. Cope underneath that one. Sets it up. Look to slow it down. Kraft going for the kill. Tips it over. And still up in the air for William Carey. And they're able to send it back. And it will be in play. And they're going to say point for William Carey, as I don't know. UT Southern's trying to say that it hit the ground.
I looked on the ground, and it was out of bounds as well, too.
Yeah. See what the call is here. Both teams. Yeah, and it's going to stay with William Carey. I agree with you, Graham. I believe it looked like it did hit the ground.
And it also went out of bounds, too.
See, that was close. I don't think they were really worried about that out of bounds. They looked to get it over, able to do so on the serve. 17-11. Kraft sends it over. And that point will go to UT Southern, so give it right back to them. It's now 18-11.
Great recovery.
Beardsley will go back to serve. She'll send it over. They set it up. Looking to get it back. Blocked by guess who? Kraft. That point will go to the Firehawks. It's now 19-11. 8-point UT Southern lead. That was Mitchell with the attack error for William Carey. Beardsley able to get it over net. They set it up here on the far side. Looking to go for the kill. That's down for the kill. Nothing you can do about that one. That was number 21, Singletary.
That's a bullet coming off the hand.
19-12. Marcera going back to serve for William Carey here. And she will send it over. Garza. They set it up, looking to get it over there, they're able to do so. Here on the near side, going for the kill. Cope not able to do anything with that one. That's a kill for number 12, Reyes. Now 19-13. They get it back over. UT Southern with it. Beardsley looking for the kill. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They set it up far side. Bartholomew going for the kill. And that will be blocked back. That point will go to William Carey, though, as they go on a 3-0 run. Trims the lead down 2-5. We'll serve once again. Looking it over. Garza able to track it down. Malozzi. Kraft. Tips it over the net. Nobody there for William Carey. That point will go to UT Southern.
Substitutions for both teams.
Kraft will go back to serve. UT Southern 5 points away from taking this first set. They're looking to get it over. Able to do so. Underneath it. Norris sends it over. Still up in the air here for the Crusaders. Fight for it at the net and misjudged that one. Point to the Firehawks.
They wanted to go for the kill there.
It's kind of William Carey just not clicking right now, and it's been all UT Southern. Served by Kraft once again. Gets it over the net. Set it up far side again. Bartholomew, that's blocked back. At that point, we go to the Firehawks again, and I'm telling you what, they have caught fire.
No pun intended.
And we're going to have another timeout by William Carey. They trail 22-14. We'll take that break with them here on the Exports Network.
For For the best meal from south of the border, head to Cocina Real in Puente Grande for lunch and dinner. With a wide array of mouth-watering entrees, there's something for everyone on the menu. And you can't forget the cheese dip. They'll treat you like family, and you'll never leave hungry. Make Cocina Real Mexican Restaurant and Puente Grande Mexican Restaurant your choice for authentic cuisine, located in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we're back. William Carey calls their final timeout here in this first set as they trail UT Southern 22-14. And Graham, it's really been all UT Southern. I mean, William Carey kind of had some things going for them towards the start, but other than that, UT Southern, they've just been on a hot streak and just able to maintain their lead, and they're 3 points away from taking this first set in a really big conference game here.
They've been maintaining momentum, which is good.
Yeah, they're not letting it get away. Kraft gets it over the net, sets it up. Here on the near side, looking to get it back, and that point will go to William Carey. That was off of Norris, I believe. That kill will go to number 12, Riez.
That hurts.
That's 22-15. There's the serve from Mitchell. Gets it over the net. Still up in the air here for UT Southern. Norris underneath it. Looks to track it down. Won't be able to get to it. Point goes to the Firehawks. Another kill for Norris. Here's Ward to serve. She'll send it over for the Firehawk. Sets it up. Riez once again. That's down for the kill. Another kill for her. That's number 6. It's now 23-16. They're not going away.
They had 6 kills already, and it's only the first set.
Speaking of Riez, she'll go back to serve. She'll send it over. Beardsley, Kraft, Norris, fight for it at the net. Still up in the air, though. They're underneath it. Bartholomew has to adjust, gets it over net, tipped up. Norris gets a fist underneath it. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They look to send it back. Porte, Kraft looks to track it down. Won't be able to get to it. That point will go to William Carey.
William Carey, they ain't going away.
Yep, 6-point game still. Here's the serve. Gets it over the net. They set it up. Looking to get it over. That's blocked.
They blocked
by William Carey. 23-18. That was Owens, number 15, with the block, and the attack here goes against, I believe that was Norris. Here's the serve. Kraft, Malozzi looks to find a hole in the defense. Still up in the air here for William Carey. Fight for it at the net. Beardsley underneath that one. They set it up. Here's Norris. Floats it over the net. Back to the Firehawks. Here in the middle once again. Patterson goes for the kill. Down for the kill. Point for the Firehawks. They're 1 point away from taking this first set. Malozzi to serve. She will send it over. Floats it over net. They set it up. Porte. And that will go out of play. Point will go to the Firehawks, and they will take this first set 25-18 over William Carey. As we'll be back here in about 3 minutes for the start of the second set here on the X Sports Network.
At C&B Linen, fast, friendly, and reliable service is our promise to you. Because you're not just a customer, you're family. From multi-use linen to branded floor coverings and a complete range of cleaning supplies, C&B Linen is here to make sure you have everything you need. From our high-quality products to our fast, friendly, and reliable service, you'll experience the difference with C&B Linen. Because you're not just a client, you're part of our family. You'll be winning with C&B Linen.
Financial advisor Scott Beasley knows time spent with family is everything. As a founder of Beasley Wealth Management, his mission is to give clients the freedom to enjoy time with family without the burden of financial concerns. A local of Lawrenceburg, Scott deeply values building relationships with clients, ensuring they make informed decisions concerning asset management, tax planning, and retirement planning. Offering a free initial consultation, Beasley Wealth Management helps clients pursue their aspirations with confidence.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer with their team are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Alrighty, welcome back here on the X Sports Network. UT Southern took the first set, 25-18, over William Carey here in this Southern States Athletic Conference matchup. Big set there, Graham, by UT Southern, as they never really let William Carey get close, as they won 25-18, hung around that 6 to 8 point range, and UT Southern 2 sets away from taking this match and picking up a really big win here in conference play.
That just seemed like pure dominance by UT Southern, and William Carey's got to clean a lot of stuff up because they made a lot of mistakes, and I believe their coach has broken down piece by piece what their flaws was in that last set. So
and the one thing that definitely just stands out is the attack errors. It's UT Southern with 3 and William Carey with 9 attack errors. So that tells the whole story on
one-sided.
Yep, it was just really one-sided.
Definitely need to clean that up.
But also UT Southern with the first set, big for them because now they can really pick up this set and then just do what they need to do in the third set. They love to get a 3-0 sweep.
Take care of business.
Yep. Back to serve is Vulic. They set it up. Patterson going for the kill. Still up in the air here, though, for William Carey. They're able to send it back. Good job there by the Crusaders. Sets it up once again. Looks to find a hole in the defense. Nice dive and save. Still up in the air. Looking to get it over. Pelosi sets it up. Trying to find a hole point. We'll go to the Firehawks. Start things off. Good job there by Malozzi. That's her 4th kill now. Speaking of, she will go back to serve.
She's finding those holes in the defense, which is great.
Here's the serve. Able to get it over to them. They set it up. Fight for it. Porte. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Kraft going for another kill. Hop in the air. Over the line, I believe. They're able to send it back over there. Good job by William Carey. They set it up far side. Norris going for the kill. Down for another kill for Norris. Point will go to the Firehawks again. Two-0 lead start things off here for UT Southern. And they'll look to send it over again. Up in the air. And that's a service ace. Once again for UT Southern. That's now the second.
Pretty well even on service aces, aren't they? Is that UT Southern?
I say UT Southern with
processing.
Yeah, it's just, yeah. That point will go to, I believe, a legal shift or something like that for, I believe that's what the call is. You don't really see that much in volleyball.
But in football, it's common.
Yeah.
Illegal shift, illegal formation.
Yeah, just something about the formation or the substance. Something like that was the issue for William Carey. So it's now 4-0. Just kind of, William Carey all out of sorts here. Pelosi looks to get over the net, just gets it over the net, hits the top of it. They set it up. Look at it over, block back. Guess what? Point for the Firehawks again. I tell you what, defense and offense stepping up here in this one for UT Southern. They're off to a quick 5-0 start.
Like I said earlier, 4-0. Is it 4-0 or 5-0?
I believe it's 5-0. Looking to get it over the net. Able to do so. Forte looks to send it back, and that'll be point for UT Southern. Should be 6-0. Loses the serve once again. She will send it over the net. And they set it up. Looking to get it over. Still up in the air, and that will be the first point for William Carey. It's now 6-1. Back to serve will be number 9, Macera.
Kraft able to dig it out. Garza setting it up for Beardsley. Beardsley.
That will go out of play. So they just redid the set there, so it's now 5-2. As I was wondering what the point was.
I was trying to make out what our athletic director, Lexi Oster, was telling us.
One of the athletic directors.
One of them.
Assistant athletic director. I ain't going to give her the athletic one yet. They look to send it over the net. Wow, good communication there. It could have been real bad for UT Southern. And that point will go to William Carey. They're starting to pick things up. It's now 5-3 in favor of UT Southern still.
I think they're starting to come alive.
Here's the serve once again by the Crusaders. Able to get it over the net. And miscommunication by Beardsley and Garza. At that point, we'll go to William Carey. And just like that, cuts the lead down to 1. Here comes the serve once again. Gets it over the net. Kraft with the dig. They set it up. Norris going for the kill with the right hand still up in the air. Diving save here for William Carey. Porte going for the kill. It's dug out. High up in the air. They set it up. Beardsley looking for the kill. Tipped up in the air. Still here for William Carey now. They set it up. Owens going for the kill. Kraft able to track it down. Sets it up. Norris going for it this time. And that one will stay out of play. And we're tied up at 5. Here's the serve. Up in the air. They set it up. Patterson going for the kill. Fight for it at the net, and that point will go to UT Southern. I believe we have an injured William Carey player. So that point will go to UT Southern. While they're checking on her, we'll go to break here on the Exports Network.
Since opening our doors in 1904, BuiltWell Bank has existed to be the local economic engine for the communities we serve. No matter if you're buying a car, saving for retirement, or finally buying that forever home, BuiltWell Bank is here to help. From personal checking and savings accounts to a full suite of business and commercial banking with treasury management services, we'll make sure you'll have a dedicated BuiltWell banker that understands your unique needs and stands by you every step of the way. No matter where you are in Tennessee or Northwest Georgia, there's likely a BuiltWell Bank location nearby. Come see us and let our dedicated financial team help you with all of your banking needs. Member FDIC.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back after the injury timeout, as that was number 6, Alyssa Porte. As that's tough to see an injury like that, and hope she's okay and able to come back into this game, but that's a tough one right there. I believe should be UT Southern serve. A little confusion. Everybody was worrying about the injury, so yeah, they're.
Got that. Let's say, would that be UT Southern score?
If I say it should be 6-5 in favor of UT Southern. That's
okay,
what I have. So,
okay.
That's a big loss there once again. Right side hitter for William Carey that hopefully you can get back for this game.
The coach trying to get everything.
Scope will go back to serve. Is still a lot of trying to figure out what's going on. As they've got everything under control here.
Yellow card.
And we got a yellow card on the head coach here for
William Carey.
That's
tough. That's rough.
Coach Shirley not happy with what she's seeing right now. The scoreboard official informing the scoreboard of the yellow card. Looks like action will be back underway. Cope will go back to serve. She will send it over the net. They set it up. 5-4 at the net. Patterson still up in the air trying to get it over. Able to do so. Good job there by William Carey. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Kraft. Up in the air. Looking to get it over. Send it over with the right hand. Garza. They look to track it down. Kraft sets it up. Looking for the kill. Down for the kill. Point for the Firehawks.
That was mean. That was a bullet coming off the hand.
It was Kraft with another kill. Seven to 5, Cope to serve, not to score, but to serve. She will float it over the net. Looked like a rainbow. Bartholomew having to track it down, hit the American flag there at the top as she had to readjust. Beardsley going for the kill, down for another kill. Point for the Firehawks.
You kind of foreshadowed.
That's where Firehawks need to take some momentum here. Cope with the serve once again, floats it over. Still up in the air. They set it up. Looking to get it over. That's Reyes. Nothing you can do about that one. Another kill. That's number 7 for her. It's now 8 to 6.
So that was a bullet coming off the hand as well.
It was either save it or eat it. Back to serve will be number 2, Benedict. They look to get it over. Sets it up, down for the kill. Kraft again. And has another one, Graham. There was nothing you can do about it.
Add to her team leader stat.
Yep, she now leads the team with 6, I do believe. That's her 6th kill. Garza back to serve. She will get it over the net. Nice serve there from UT Southern. Looking to get it over, blocked back. Looking to track it down. Great save once again by William Carey. They've done that several times here today. They look set it up. Kraft. Nothing you can do about that one. She's started to catch fire again. It's 10 to 6. I mentioned it yesterday whenever AJ was on the call. Kraft, she starts coming alive in the second set, and she's starting to do so. Here's serve once again. That will be short on that. Service error for UT Southern. 10-7 is the score here.
Good chance for William Carey to either retie the game or take back the lead.
Let's see. They need to stop that run because UT Southern, they were starting to get things going. Rios to serve. She'll send it over. Cope, Garza, Beardsley looking to get it over. And that one will sail long. Point will go to William Carey. Good awareness there by William Carey. Let that one sail out of play.
No, too much juice up there behind that.
10-8. Gets it over the net. Sails long, another service error. That's now the third, so both teams with 3 service errors.
Stats pretty even except for the attack errors. William Carey's got 11.
Beardsley with the serve. They look to get it over, looking to go for the kill. Beardsley able to track it down. Garza, she'll just push it over, send it back here to William Carey. Near side, Bartholomew still up in the air, able to send it back though. Fight for it at the net. Cope tracks it down. Sets it up. Ward going for the kill. Trying to send it back out of play. Point will go to the Firehawks again.
They're maintaining momentum.
Yep, they're keeping momentum alive and on their side. Beardsley once again sends it over with the left hand. They look to track it down. Bartholomew, she'll just send it back over. Garza, and won't be able to get a hand underneath at that point. Will go to the Crusaders.
She tried.
Yep.
Good effort.
Bartholomew will go back to serve. Coming in the game will be number 21. That is Haggart. Here comes the serve. Gets it over the net. Losey sets it up. Ward floats it over. Here at the net. Still up in the air, looking to track it down. Haggart sails long, point to the Firehawks.
Too much juice.
Yep. Norris comes in for Cope. Back to serve will be Kraft. Kraft, she will send it over the net. They set it up, far side, looking to get it over and fight for it. Won't be able to do anything with that one. That was William Carey. And that was a kill for number 8. I don't have a number 8 on my roster here for William Carey. Owens into the game. And they get it over the net. They set it up, far side. Norris going for the kill. That's dug out by Bartholomew. Sets it up. Haggart, that one hits the antenna point for the Firehawks again. Another service error for William Carey, and that's been killing them. Excuse me, not a service error, but an attack error.
That's really one-sided.
So far, William Carey with 12 attack errors compared to UT Southern 6. So that's the big key to this game for UT Southern. They set it up, going for the kill once again. They look to get it over the net. Good job by tracking it down. Almost a fight for it at the net. Able to send it over. Still up in the air here for UT Southern, though. Norris going for another kill. That point will go to the Crusaders.
Came off a little lackadaisical off the palm.
Vulich to serve. She will send it over. Beardsley, fight for it at the net. They set it up. Patterson having to readjust here. Still up in the air here for William Carey. Riaz, Garza gets a hand underneath it. Kraft sends it back. Nobody there. Point for the Firehawks.
She barely got underneath that. Garza did.
I'll say that was a good hustle there by the Crusaders. Not able to do anything with it. 15-11 here in this second set. Here's the serve. Gets it over the net. Up in the air. Far side. Looking to get it over. That's Haggart. She will get that one for the kill. 15-12.
I can imagine somebody potentially calling timeout here.
Sarah. Both teams are going back and forth. You don't want to burn them this early. Now, if one team goes on a run, it definitely could be an issue. They set it up. Norris looking for the kill. Still up in the air here. And they will just send it back here to UT Southern. Set it up. Beardsley going for the kill. Finds a hole in the defense. Not able to get there. Point for the Firehawks. 16-12. Cope will go back to serve. She'll come in for Norris. Here comes the serve. Cope sends it over the net. They set it up. Fight for it at the net. Patterson sends it over. Cope's there. They set it up. Beardsley once again going for the kill. Still up in the air here for William Carey. They set it up. Looking to get over. Bartholomew going for the kill. Cope tracks it down. Sets it up. Beardsley, she'll try again once again, and she'll get it that time for another kill.
That was a bullet. Good Lord.
Firehawks take a 5-point lead here in this second set. Kind of a little bit of like what it was in the first set. I think William Carey can do anything. Cope floats it over the net, just short though. Would have been a great serve. That point will go to William Carey after the service error.
That would have got over.
Yeah, it would have been trouble if it would have been over the net.
Substitution problem.
Yep. Yeah, I believe some sort of substitution problem there. And they look to get it over. Able to do so. Cope tracks it down. Kraft, fight for it at the net. Nobody there. Point for the Firehawks.
That was a great tip.
Yeah.
Great find, too.
Yep. It looked like it could have gone either way, but I believe Kraft won that battle at the net. Garza back to serve. He will send it over the net.
Bullet.
Up in the air. Reyes looks to get it over. Cope sends it back to William Carey. Good job there. Looks to find a hole. Fight for it at the net. Garza underneath it. Sets it up. Kraft going for the kill. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. Bartholomew going for the kill this time. UT Southern able to track it down. Here's Beardsley. Left hand up in the air. William Carey underneath that one, though. They set it up. Looking to tip it over. Good job by UT Southern. Kraft. She'll go for it once again. Still up in the air. Back to the Firehawks. Back and forth they go. Looking at it back. That's blocked. And it will be down for the kill, though, for William Carey. Nice back and forth by both teams, 18-14.
Great back and forth dance right there.
Reyes back to serve. She will send it over. Garza set it up. Beardsley for the kill. Still up in the air. Nobody able to get to it. Point will go to the Firehawks. I'll tell you what, Beardsley, she's starting to come alive in this one, too. She's quietly doing some damage. She's got 7 kills now. Excuse me, make that 8.
Everybody on the Firehawks is in sync.
Beardsley will send it over the net. Reyes looks to track it down. Had to almost dive into the crowd. UT Southern. It looks to find a hole in the defense. Good adjustment by William Carey. Sets it up. Garza underneath that one. Sets it up. Beardsley once again going for the kill. Up in the air again near the scores table. Good job there by Bartholomew, able to track it down. Back to the Firehawks. They set it up. Here's Ward. She wants a piece of the action. They set it up. Bartholomew once again still up in the air. Cope able to track it down. Sets it up. Here's Kraft. Fight for it at the net. And she dumps it down. That point will go to William Carey, though. I believe they said it hit the antenna. I'm not sure. That's 19-15. Hanging around that 4-point differences. Nobody on UT Southern side is going to argue the call there.
It could have gone the other way, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it could have. I think it was the right call. Bartholomew will go back to serve. And she will send it over. And that will be in play. Cope thought it was going to sail long. Misjudged it. And that's a service ace.
I was right on the line.
(19-16). Here's the serve once again. Garza underneath it. Malozzi, fight for it. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. Good job there by UT Southern. They set it up for Kraft. She has to readjust, and that will be out of play. Mistimed it, misjudged. At that point, we'll go to the Crusaders again, now 19-17. Crusaders starting to get some momentum here. And we're going to have a timeout here by UT Southern. We'll take that break with them here on the X Sports Network.
Comprehensive care with a compassionate touch. That will always be the guarantee at Encompass Healthcare in Etheridge, Tennessee. Whether you're looking for primary or urgent care, x-ray services, or weight loss treatments, the team at Encompass is equipped to serve your needs today. The doors are open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5 and from 8 to noon on Fridays. Make an appointment with providers Kendra Brown, Tori Cox, or Ellie Brown today. That's Encompass Healthcare, located on Highway 43 North in Etheridge, next door to Chapman Tire.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network is we're back after the timeout taken by the Firehawks. They lead 19-17 here in this second set. William Carey getting a little momentum here late in this second set. And Bartholomew back to serve once again. She's been hot. She will send it over, and that one will sail along. That point will go to the Firehawks, and a much-needed point to stop the run by William Carey. Kraft will go back to serve.
Too much juice behind that serve.
Here's a serve from Kraft. Up in the air, sets it up, looking to tip it over. Good job there by Malozzi. Hung on the net. Don't see that often. Haggart. That one sails long. Point for the Firehawks again.
There you go.
Yeah, you don't see that much where it hangs on the net there.
That spun. That was a 360 spin. Maybe 780.
Kraft once again. Just floats it over the net. William Carey just all out of sorts. Another service ace for the Firehawks, and now they've taken the momentum back.
Miscommunication right there.
Now you wonder, will William Carey take a timeout soon? Got a wet spot on the floor here. They still have 2 timeouts. UT Southern with 1. Looking to clean up, make sure everything is good here. It's be a big time set win as they will take a 2-0 lead over William Carey in a big conference matchup. But first they got to get to 3 points and win this set to do that.
And you got to take care of business after that.
Here's Kraft. She'll send it over. That was a rocket coming off. They look to get it over net. They punch it over. And Garza tried to save it. That one, a little bit of miscommunication. Point will go to William Carey, though. 22-18 is the score. Mitchell to serve. She will send it over. Back over to William Carey. Norris underneath it. They set it up. Ward looks to get it over the net. Able to do so. Still up in the air here for the Crusaders. They look to send it back over. Malozzi underneath it. Garza. They set it up for Beardsley. She looks to get it over for the kill. Still up in the air here for the Crusaders, though. Looking to get it over. Norris. They look to track it down. Back to Norris. Looks to fade away. Won't be able to do anything with that one. And that point will go to William Carey again.
Kind of came off the forearm or the wrist right there.
So it looked like a little misjudgment. Mitchell once again. Beardsley. Malozzi sets it up. Ward down for the kill. Looked like it went off the shoulder of Reyes. Now Firehawks 2 point away from taking this second set. Ward back to serve. She'll send it over the net. They set it up, looking to get it over. Still up in the air here for UT Southern. That will be off of Malozzi. She tried to punch it over. Point will go to the Crusaders, 23-20.
That's tough.
Okay, she looked to try to find where the defense wasn't, and just a little bit too hard there. Bulich to serve. She will send it over the net. Set it up. Malozzi. Patterson going for the kill. And she comes in clutch. 24-20 is the second set score. And the Firehawks are 1 point away from taking this second set and leading 2-0 over William Carey. Malozzi back to serve. She'll send it over. They set it up. Reyes, block back. That point will go to the Firehawks, and that one will do it for the second set. Firehawks win the second set 25-20. They lead 2-0 over William Carey as they look to close out in the third set, but William Carey trying to come back and make it 5 sets. See if they can do it here on the X Sports Network.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Jack Davis Insurance, located at 201 West Gain Street in Lawrenceburg, has you covered through life's obstacles. Jack Davis specializes in group insurance for businesses and institutions of all sizes. With coverage for life, accidents, cancer, critical illness, short-term disability, dental, and vision, Jack Davis can customize a plan to meet every need. Now available Medicare plans for seniors. Contact Paige Davis at 931-492-9284 today for Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, and prescription drug plan insurance. Serving Lawrence and surrounding counties since 1987, call the team at Jack Davis Insurance today at 931-242-5225.
It begins as all great things do, with a flicker, a spark of hope, a seed planted deep, waiting for warmth. A moment when you realize that given the right conditions, everything is possible. Welcome to the place of possible. The University of Tennessee Southern is a family of leaders and scholars united by a single goal: to grow the spark of greatness inside you into a future that transforms your family, your town, and your world. Here you'll spark your passion under the guidance of our nation's brightest minds, who open a window to the world's wonders from close to home. You'll fan the fires of competition on the field, the court, or the course, honing skills you never knew you had to accomplish what you never thought you could. You'll do it all while forging bonds that will last a lifetime, and serving a community that values your talents. Because here, we think the best way to find yourself is to look beyond yourself. There's a future waiting for you. We'll help you build it. Because what defines greatness is a single choice: to not condemn the darkness, but to light a fire.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back, UT Southern took the first set 25-18. They take the second set 25-20. And Graham, UT Southern, they look a whole lot better than they did yesterday. They played a really good Loyola team, but they're also playing a really good William Carey team, and they definitely look like they shook off the rust from yesterday and the tough loss. But now they're looking to sweep the Crusaders here in this conference game.
They need to take care of business in this next set. Take care of business is all you need to do.
Don't give them any hope whatsoever.
Show them that you're here to play and that you
leave no doubt.
Leave no doubt.
It's coming up for the Firehawks on Monday. They will host Oakwood University out of Huntsville, as that will be the Oktoberfest game. So a lot of festivities here on campus on Monday. So
should be a good crowd as well.
A good crowd as well. I know they're going to have a bunch of goodies out front. I know they're going to have some games for kids and all that stuff. So it's going to be a fun time on Monday.
They also play next Friday, the 10th, against Point University.
I do believe that is correct.
Which I don't know. I haven't looked back at the schedule. I don't know if they beat them at Point.
No, I believe they lost that game 3-0, but they're looking to get some redemption here. This would be a big win for UT Southern here in conference play to get to the 500 mark and get some momentum going into next week. Malozzi will start things off here for UT Southern. High up in the air. They set it up. Looking to get it over. Hagar, block back. Still up in the air here for the Firehawks. Excuse me, William Carey, that is. Kraft. Set it up. Norris going for the kill. That's blocked back. Point will go to William Carey to start this third set.
Is that the first time that William Carey's had the first point?
I don't think so. I believe they got the first point in the first set. Sub coming into the game. Macera, excuse me. And she will send it over the net. Garza tracks it down. Over for Beardsley. She looks to get it up for the kill, and that's tipped off of William Carey. That's a kill for Beardsley once again.
Substitutions for both teams.
Cope coming in. She'll go back to serve. Cope with the serve. She'll send it over the net. They set it up. Bartholomew going for the kill. Block back still up in the air for William Carey. Bartholomew once again. Block back again. And that point will go to the Firehawks.
That was right on the line.
Yeah.
Too.
That will be an attack error on the Crusaders.
Attack errors are killing the Crusaders right now.
Hope once again. She'll send it over. Bartholomew, far side, going for the kill, and got a hold of that one. Now 2-2. Benedict to serve. She'll send it over with the right hand. Still up in the air here for UT Southern. Beardsley having to readjust. Here comes William Carey. Bartholomew looks to send it over. Cope sends it back, still up in the air, and that won't be saved. Point will go to William Carey, and they retake the lead.
That was a great dive by Cope, too.
Cope just doing whatever she can to keep it up in the air. Here's the serve once again. Cope, another diving save. They set it up. Kraft, and this time's that one. Point for William Carey again. Here's the serve once again. Benedict. Malozzi. Here's Kraft. She'll just send it over here for William Carey. Able to track it down. Good job there by the Crusaders. Send it back to UT Southern. Malozzi sets it up. Patterson won't be able to get it over the net. At that point will go to the Crusaders.
A little too low.
Now 5-2 in favor of William Carey. They send it over. Malozzi. Beardsley going for the kill. Over the net here for William Carey. They set it up. Reyes. That's sent back over to William Carey. Good job for them tracking it down. Garza. Malozzi. Kraft going for the kill. That one sails long. Point will go to William Carey again. They take a 4-point lead in this third set.
A little too much juice behind that. William Carey starting to come alive in this set.
Starting off on a strong note. They set it up. Patterson sends it over. They set it up. Looking to get it back. Tipped up in the air still. Fight for it at the net. Garza, far side. Beardsley going for the kill. And that will just sail long. Point will go to William Carey again. And they open the lead up to 5.
attack errors are starting to come back on UT Southern and Hartfield.
Yep, and we're going to have a timeout here by UT Southern. They burned their first timeout as they trail 7-2. We're back here on X Sports Network.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as William Carey forces UT Southern to take their first time out as they lead 7-2 over the Firehawks. Firehawks lead 2-0 over William Carey, though. UT Southern kind of first time that they've looked like not the team that is not the better team, but just kind of first time they've looked like they've struggled. Patterson going for the kill. Still up in the air for UT Southern. Kraft just sends it back over. They send it back here to UT Southern. Back and forth they go. They're playing ping pong. Let's get over. Bartholomew going for the kill. Garza able to track it down. Kraft underneath that one. Beardsley, she will just send it over the net for William Carey. They set it up far side. Bartholomew once again going for the kill. Cope set it up. Beardsley having to adjust. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They look to go for the kill. That's blocked back. And a good job there by UT Southern. It's now 7-3. Garza will go back to serve. She will send it over the net. Up in the air. There's a look to get it over. Still up. Set it up. Here's Beardsley, and nothing she can do about that one. That's just misjudgment. It's kind of misplaced as well. 8-3. Riaz back to serve. Here comes the serve. Able to get it over the net. Beardsley having to track it down. They'll look to just send it over, fight for it at the net, and William Carey will come up with the point there.
UT Southern need to get those flaws cleaned up quickly.
So they've struggled so far early in this third set after dominating the first two sets. That one sails long. That point will go to the Firehawks, much needed point, as Beardsley will go back to serve. Beardsley, she will send it over the net. Up in the air, back to UT Southern. They set it up. Over for Kraft, and now they off of William Carey. Another kill for Kraft. Point for the Firehawks.
Add that to her stat.
Now number 9. Firehawks looking to get some momentum back. Beardsley, she will be short of the net. At that point will go to William Carey off the service error.
Came off the hand. Weirdly.
Here's the serve once again. Looking to get it over. They set it up. Ward going for the kill. Up in the air. Nobody able to track it down. Point for the Firehawks again. Ward with another kill on her stat line. Norris will come in for Cope for UT Southern.
That was a great effort by the save.
Kraft will go back to serve here. I believe there's a wet spot on the floor. They're going to have to grab a towel. Have to clean up a wet spot over there near the William Carey bench. It's Kraft, Garza, Beardsley, Norris, Malozzi, and I believe it's Ward for UT Southern here.
Pretty good set so far.
Been a pretty good set so far for both teams. William Carey came out strong in the third set, and it is desperation time if you're a Crusaders fan. They set it up, looking to get it over. Tipped up in the air, Garza. Losey sets it up, Kraft going for the kill. And short of that point will go to William Carey. Service error starting to catch up on the Firehawks here.
Either came off the palm or off the...
attack errors, that is.
Come back to haunt them.
They look to send it over the net. Kraft, Ward, and they'll just send it over the net. That's Garza. Set it up. Fight for it at the net here, and up in the air. Nobody able to track that down. Another kill for William Carey. 12-6.
It's a little panic mode for UT Southern.
So it's only a 6-point difference. To send it over. Losey. Here's Ward going for the kill. That's dug out. They set it up. Looking over the net, able to do so. That was Kraft. Malozzi. Here's Norris. She's looking for a kill. That's down for the kill, and they needed that in a big way.
That was crucial. That was mean, too.
Kraft. Excuse me, that was Ward that's going back to serve. They set it up, far side. Hagar, block back. At that point will go the Firehawks. Big time defensive play for UT Southern. They cut the lead down to 4. Sub coming in the game, that will be number 11, Carter.
Number 15.
Another wet spot looks like on the floor on William Carey's side.
Not many wet spots these last few games, because that one game, there was a lot of wet spots.
For that first game against Blue Mountain, I do believe. Here's Ward back to serve once again. Up in the air. They look to send it over. Ward looking to track it down. Won't be able to get there. At that point, it will go to William Carey again.
Great effort for the save.
I believe Ward kind of landed on her knee wrong there. She's just going to walk it off. Village to serve. She will send it over the net. Beardsley, Losey tries to find the hole in the defense. William Carey tracks it down. They'll send it back over. Tipped up Patterson. And with the defensive play there, that point will go to the Firehawks again.
Crucial point right there.
(13-9) is the William Carey lead. Another wet spot here. Looks like we got everything ready to go now. Comes the serve. Able to get it over the net. And the service ace for the Firehawks. Malozzi with it. Big time play. Much needed. Here comes the serve once again. Just over the net. And guess what? Another one. Back-to-back service aces. 13-11. And we're going to have a timeout by William Carey. So here comes the Firehawks. They trail by 2. We'll be taking a break here on the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee. The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years. And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we're back after the timeout taken by William Carey. Firehawks on a run. They trail by 2 here in this third set. Here comes the serve. And looking to get it over. They set it up far side. Tipped up in the air. William Carey trying to do something with it. Sends it back over. Malozzi. Garza tracks it down. Over to Beardsley on the far side. Going for the kill. Still up in the air for William Carey though. Far side. Blocked back. Still up in the air for William Carey though on their side. Sends it back over. Malozzi. Garza. Beardsley tracks it down. Tries to find a hole in the defense. Back and forth. Back to the Firehawks. Good job there by William Carey. Patterson going for the kill. Fight for it at the net. Still up in the air. They set it up. Tries to find a hole in the defense. Garza. Norris, she'll send it back over. That's down for the kill. Point to the Firehawks.
Not gonna lie, I thought William Carey had the upper hand on there.
Yeah, I say it kind of looked like both teams were kind of out of sorts, but definitely UT Southern did. But they took advantage of what William Carey gave them. Here's the serve. And short of the net. Another service here by UT Southern makes it a 2-point game again. Subs into the game. Macera. And she will send it over the net. Beardsley, Malozzi. Here's Patterson going for the kill. Down for the kill. Another one on her stat line. Make it 14-13.
That was mean too.
Cope back to serve. She will send it over the net. Up in the air. They set it up far side. Bartholomew going for the kill. Down for the kill. And that point will go to William Carey. UT Southern not about that. Not sure about that one, but it's like not really much of an argument there.
Either a tip or just barely out of bounds. Can't argue with the ref.
Here's the serve once again. That was Benedict with the serve. They set it up. Kraft going for the kill. Finds a hole in the defense. Big time play. Kraft. Big point for her and a big kill as well. Now number 9 for her. Garza will go back to serve. She will send it over the net. Set it up. Riaz going for the kill. Fight at the net. And that will be point for William Carey. UT Southern saying it hit in play for the side of William Carey. Or it was in play, excuse me.
I looked a little bit out.
I couldn't really tell from the vantage point. I know you're standing up and I'm sitting down, so you had a better view of it as they look to get it over. Malozzi sets it up. Kraft going for the kill. Floats it over the net. Still up in the air. Yep. Back and forth. Bartholomew. Malozzi sets it up. Here's Beardsley going for the kill. And that'll be point for the Firehawks. Another kill for Beardsley. Tell you what, her and Kraft, they're doing a lot of damage, and they're showing why they're the team leaders. It's Kraft with 9, Beardsley with 10 kills, and Patterson, the freshman, with 7.
She's really popping out right now.
They set it up, far side. Bartholomew going for the kill. Cope looking to track it down. Garza looking to do something with it. Able to find somebody. Kraft, she'll just send it over back to the Crusaders. Sets it up far side once again. Bartholomew. That one sails out of play. That point will go to UT Southern, and guess what? We're tied up again.
Firehawks not going away.
That's where the Firehawks need to get that momentum. Here's Beardsley with the serve. Gets it over. Up in the air. Look to send it over. Able to do so. Back corner. Garza. Back and forth. Kraft. That one sails long. That point will go to William Carey. Subs into the game, as I believe that was number 18, Mitchell, in for the Crusaders. They'll send it over. And that one sails out of play. Point will go to the Firehawks after the service error. And we're tied up at 17 now once again. As Bartholomew will check out number 3, Monterey. Kraft to serve. She'll send it over the net. It's served there by Kraft. They look to send it over, push it over the net, and that was Garza. That was off the hands. Point will go to William Carey. Looked like Kraft wanted that one, but Garza got a hold of it before Kraft. Mitchell to serve, sends it over. Losey sets it up. Norris going for the kill. Up in the air. Sets it up. Looking to go for it once again. Garza able to track it down. Still up in the air. Beardsley one more time. Up in the air, still here for William Carey, but that goes out of play. Point for the Firehawks. Another kill on Beardsley and her stat line.
Thought that was going to hit the flagpole.
(18-18). Ward to serve. She'll send it over. They look to track it down. Still up in the air. And that's a service ace. And guess what? UT Southern takes a 19-18 lead.
They need to keep that momentum.
Here's Ward once again. She'll send it over. Now it's Benedict looking to send it back. That point will go to William Carey off of that one. I believe that was off Patterson.
That just dropped straight down.
Here comes the serve. They send it over the net. Losey sets it up, finds a hole in the defense. Good job tracking it down, though, by William Carey. Set it up, Beardsley. Losey, near side, Norris going for the kill. Down for the kill. Point for the Firehawks again. They retake the lead.
She's been the silent killer.
Posey to serve. And just gets it over the net. Still up in the air. Good job by William Carey adjusting. That's down. Still up in the air, though. Great save there by William Carey. It looked like it was going to be a done deal. Beardsley, she looks to finish it off. Still up in the air, though, here for the Crusaders. Going for the kill, Hagart, and that one will be in play. Point will go to William Carey. Ties it up.
That was just barely in bounds.
Both teams trading points here. Here's the serve. Beardsley, Malozzi, 5-foot at the net. Patterson down for the kill.
That was mean.
Can't stop that one. 21-20. Cope will go back to serve. She will be short. Point will go to William Carey. So this set's going to come down to who can limit the negatives. Malozzi sets it up. Patterson going for the kill. Still up in the air. They set it up. Looks to get it over. That one sails long. Point for the Firehawks again.
Back and forth contest right now.
Firehawks need to take advantage of the 1-point lead they have. Ward will come in for Patterson, and Garza will go back to serve.
Take care of business.
Garza, she will send it over the net. They set it up. Far side, Bartholomew. Garza, good job tracking it down. Beardsley going for the kill. Flips it over. Up in the air still. Fight for it at the net. Here's Kraft going for the kill. Still up in the air here for UT Southern. Garza sets it up once again. Ward, she'll try this time. Still up in the air here for the Crusaders, though. Bartholomew, block back.
Great ball.
Point goes to the Firehawks, and a kill for Beardsley. It's now 23-21.
This place just came alive.
Yeah, this place just erupted, and we're going to have a timeout by William Carey. They burned their final timeouts. The Firehawks lead 23-21. We'll be back here on the Exports Network.
Good Works at Home, formerly known as the Summit at Home, is a licensed non-skilled agency dedicated to helping you maintain your independence at home for as long as possible. Our compassionate and caring staff provide support in various areas, including dressing, bathing, personal hygiene, transportation, cleaning, and companionship. Please call our office about services, payment options, and long-term care policies at 931-762-2310. We look forward to assisting you with keeping your independence longer.
The Crusaders use their final timeout as they trail UT Southern 23-21. UT Southern looking to close this out and pull off the sweep against William Carey here in this Southern States Athletic Conference matchup. Garza back to serve. They need 2 points to win this set and the match. Looking to track it down. A little miscommunication. Riaz, they send it back to the Firehawks. Cope, Losey, Kraft. And that one just sails long. Point goes to the Crusaders. That would have been a big kill for UT Southern. Back to serve will be Riaz. She will send it over. Sends a bullet. Malozzi sets it up. Ward going for the kill. Up in the air. They say it. Yeah, they say it. They saved it. Going back and forth. Still going for it. Beardsley going for the kill this time. Still up in the air. And saves that one. That was Garza able to get a hand underneath it. Bartholomew sends it back. Malozzi. And that will be outplay. Point will go to William Carey. 23-23. We're tied up.
Those was really good saves for both teams.
Tied up at 23 here. Here comes the serve. Gets it over the net. That one's in. A little miscommunication and misjudgment. Point will go to William Carey. Now they're 1 point away from taking this third set. And we're going to have a timeout here by UT Southern as now they trail 24-23. We'll take that break with them here on the Exports Network.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back here on the X Sports Network as UT Southern has used their final timeout now as they trail William Carey 24-23. William Carey 1 point away from taking this third set and making the match 2-1. He is back to serve. Garza. Malozzi sets it up. Beardsley going for the kill. Up in the air. They're looking to save it. Bartholomew sends it back, and that's down for the kill, and that one will end the third set. William Carey wins that one 25-23 as we'll be back here shortly for the start of the fourth set when we return on the X Sports Network.
Welcome to Employee Resources Credit Union, where you're more than just a number, you're family. We provide financial solutions that rise above those of traditional banks. With roots stretching back to 1964, we've served 4 generations during constant industry changes. We're known for our low fees and incredible rates. Join us and experience the credit union difference. BRCU, not for profit, for service.
Some things just never go out of style, like craftsmanship you can trust. Since 1902, H.B. Brink & Company has been building more than homes, they've built trust. Locally owned and operated in Lawrence County, Tennessee for over a century, spanning 3 generations, extending their craft to surrounding counties, providing lumber, millwork, tools, and materials that stand the test of time. From custom homes to weekend DIY projects, if you need it, they've got it. Stop by 134 Depot Street in Lawrenceburg or give them a call today.
A Moment in Real Estate with my dad, Jeff Hood.
You know, I get asked a lot about what the market's going to do. How's the real estate market? I've been selling real estate for a long time. And nobody has a crystal ball. And you know what? When it's your time to buy or your time to sell, it really doesn't matter what the market's doing. It's your time, and you have to do something maybe. What makes a difference is the agents and the experience that go to work for you. We're Keller Williams Hood Company, located here in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We can help.
Hood Company, powered by Keller Williams, the #1 name in real estate.
I'm Mike Keith, and my friends at Elliott Johnson Insurance have a great partner in Auto Owners Insurance. Auto Owners makes it easy to get life, home, car, or business insurance. Let Elliott Johnson Insurance find the Auto Owners policy that makes a difference in your life. Call Elliott Johnson Insurance at one of their 3 locations, Florence, Loretto, and Lawrenceburg. Elliott Johnson Insurance, moving forward for our clients every day.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as we are back. William Carey took the third set, 25-23 over the Firehawks. As the Firehawks looking to close it out, hopefully in this 4th set. But they got to get off to a hot start. And Carey took advantage of the mistakes by UT Southern at the end of that 3rd set to take that 3rd set. So won't be a clean sweep, but hopefully UT Southern can take advantage of this 4th set, get off to a good start, and come home with a win.
UT Southern's got it clean. The attack errors really came back to haunt UT Southern as they were the ones that had the less attack errors, but now they got 19.
So it burned them in the start of the 3rd set. It's going back to serve. William Carey will have it, and his number 10, Vulich. And his action's back underway. Beardsley, and little miscommunication there. William Carey will have the first point here in the 4th set. Here comes Vulich once again. Sends it over. It looked like a rainbow. Garza, she'll just send it back over the net. Bartholomew, they set it up. Near side going for the kill. Kraft able to track it down, though. Garza. Here's Norris going for the kill. That's blocked back. Point will go to William Carey again. 2-0 Crusaders lead.
William Carey keeping the momentum that they had in that previous set.
Serve once again, able to get it over. Beardsley back over, still up in the air. Patterson, going to be a fight for it at the net. Back and forth, Malozzi, Garza, and Beardsley. Sends it over, Bartholomew. Reyes looks to tip it over. Point for William Carey again.
Miscommunication, Firehawks. And get that situated quickly.
Want to get off to a row start like they did in that third set. Here's the serve once again. Floats it over. Garza. Malozzi. Near side, far side for Norris. That's dug out by Bartholomew. Hulich. Hagart, and that one will sail long. Point will go to the Firehawks and a much needed point to stop the 3-0 Crusaders run. Malozzi will go back to serve. And she will send it over the net. Sends a bullet. They look to get it over. Kraft with the dig. They set it up north. She will just send it back over to William Carey, and that one will be out of play. Point will go to the Crusaders.
I looked right on the line, but can't argue with it.
It was close, but it was definitely out of play. Here comes the serve. Floats it over the net. Losey sets it up. Patterson going for the kill. That's down for the kill. Nothing you can do about that one. Now 4-2. Scope will go back to serve.
That was a bullet kill right there.
Here's Coach. She sends it over the net. That was Benedict. They set it up. Bartholomew blocked back, and that will be just out of play. Point will go to William Carey, though. That was Beardsley trying to send it back, but it goes wide. Now 5-2. Benedict back to serve. She will send it over the net. That one sails long. Give it back to the Firehawks, though. 5-3.
Attack errors are even now, 22-22.
Here's Garza with the serve once again. They set it up. Near side, Bartholomew. That one's down for the kill. Nobody's guarding that back corner. It's now 6-3.
That was mean.
Riaz back to serve. She will send it over. Malozzi, Kraft going for the kill. That's tipped back. At that point will go to William Carey again. Now 7-3.
That hit the pole right there.
Look at hit the antenna. Serve once again. Sends it over. Garza, Malozzi, Beardsley going for the kill. That will be off of Beardsley. It's blocked back. Point for William Carey again. So now 8-3. And just like that, it was Graham kind of how it was in that third set starting off.
Bringing back some memories of that last set, like you said.
Some bad memories, too.
Yeah.
Having tracked down the volleyball, it looked like it went under the bleachers. Here comes the serve. And able to get it over the net. Set it up. Kraft, she'll just send it back over for the Firehawks. They set it up. Bartholomew going for the kill. That's blocked back, and that will be point for the Firehawks.
Need to get this momentum right here.
Trying to cut back into this lead. Beardsley back to serve at 8-4. She will send it over. Now set there. And that will be out of play. Good job there by the Firehawks to let that one go. Cope wanted to save it, but good anticipation and awareness. 8-5. And Beardsley showing the net. Point will go to William Carey after the service error. Leads back out to 4. Bartholomew will go back to serve. They will send it over. Cope tries to make the save. Back to William Carey, though. Good job there by the Firehawks. They look to send it back. Kraft underneath it. They set it up. Malozzi back to Kraft. That's down for the kill. Another one.
There goes the iPad. on William Carey's side.
Took out the iPad. It's one of the biggest fears of having a tripod and an iPad filming the ball games.
Especially on court.
Now 9-6, they're having to get a new volleyball here. They had two volleyballs, one of the
freshman.
Yeah, one of the scoreboard volleyballs. They have more than one, just in case something happens to the first one. That one just gets it over the net. William Carey having to track it down. Hagar still up in the air, back to William Carey. And just like that, nothing they can do about that one. Little collision there. That point will go to UT Southern.
I think that hit her shoulder.
Kraft will go back to serve. She will send it over the net. Sends another bullet, and that's a service ace. Now 8-9.
Let's say don't risk getting yourself hurt trying to save that in the bleachers.
Yeah.
I know Dennis Robin can do that in basketball, but
it still hurts.
Still hurts.
Here's Kraft back to serve. Almost had another ace there, looking to get it over. Garza able to track it down. Still up in the air. Losey. Norris going for the kill. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They look to send it back. And short of the net point will go to the Firehawks, and they've tied it up. Tied up at 9. Firehawks looking to take the lead here. Here's Kraft. Set it up near side. Hagar floats it over the net. Norris able to track it down. Kraft, she'll just push it over the net. Benedict. Hagar, she'll try again. Garza. Losey sets it up far side for Norris. She's looking for the kill. That's down for the kill. Point for the Firehawks. And they take a 1-point lead. Kraft back to serve once again. Here comes the serve, able to get it over the net. Set it up, far side, going for the kill. Still up in the air here. Back to William Carey. Hagar, blocked back. That was Malozzi on that one, and Woodward. 11-9 in favor of UT Southern. Serve once again from the Firehawks. Benedict set it up here in the middle, looking to go for the kill. Kraft able to get a hand underneath it. Beardsley, she'll time it up in the air. Still in the air here for William Carey, though. They look to send it back. That was Mitchell. Nobody there for the Firehawks. Point will go to the Crusaders.
Good read.
Benedict back to serve once again. She will send it over. Beardsley, Losey, far side. Norris up in the air still. Hagar going for the kill. Tipped up. Beardsley able to get a hand underneath it. Fight for it at the net. Norris sends back to her team. Kraft, she'll push it over the net. Benedict still fight for it. Up in the air. They look to send it back. Garza able to track it down. Malozzi, far side. Norris going for the kill. Still up in the air, and that point will go to the Firehawks. I'm not sure who was in the net there, they said.
Yeah, I have no
idea.
idea.
I think they said somebody was in the net because obviously the net moved. I believe that's what they called. I could be completely wrong, but I think that's what they called.
Either in the net or something else.
2-point Firehawk lead. It looks like it's going to stay put here. Head official talking with both teams.
UT Southern fans are really
making some
student
noise,
section.
yeah.
Yeah, that student section really.
Making some noise, that's for sure. There's still a discussion on what's going on.
Like I said, I didn't.
Like, yeah, I'm about to say, I'm with you. I wasn't really sure. Something definitely happened, but
the net moved. I'm not sure if anybody was in the net. I don't know.
And I think it's going to stay put. I mean, I don't know how you can overturn it.
Really, I mean, you really can overturn it.
We got a yellow. Yeah. So another yellow card on William Carey.
Ain't that her second?
I believe so. That's the second one in this game.
I don't know how ejections work, but she gets another one.
I say, I know you have to sit after a yellow. So point will stay the same. Ward will go back to serve. 2-point Firehawk lead. Haggard. And that'll be off of the Firehawks. Point will go to the Crusaders. Cut it down to 1. Going back to serve will be Vulich. Here's the serve, able to get it over the net. Beardsley, Malozy sets it up for Patterson. And that'll be sent back in play, though, for William Carey. 12-12. Just like that, we're tied back up.
That's a great block, too. That was a main kill, too.
It's a good defense, better offense. Malozy sets it up far side north. She'll float it over the net. They're trying to track it down. Good job able to keep it up in the air. That's Guthrie. Set it up for Patterson. She'll try again. Here's William Carey. Hagar going for the kill. Up in the air. Still looking to track it down. At that point, we'll go to the Firehawks.
I believe she crossed.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not sure about that one. Like I said, I really wanted to pay it. I wasn't paying attention there from what that call was. Anyway, we'll go to the Firehawks. Malozy will go back to serve. She will send it over the net. Sends a bullet, that is. Reyes, excuse me. That's down for the kill for William Carey. Back and forth they go.
Right on the corner. Where you want to put the ball.
Bartholomew will go back to serve. That was her 10th kill of the game. Bartholomew with 10 as well. Beardsley with 12 for UT Southern. Kraft with 10 and Patterson with 9. So pretty spread out for both sides. Here's the serve. Able to get it over the net. Beardsley. Malozy sets it up for Norris. Here on the near side. And that point will go to the Firehawks. Give Norris another kill. Cope will go back to serve. Here comes the serve from Cope. Gets it over the net. They set it up. Far side going for the kill. Cope able to track it down. They look to get it over, able to do so. A little miscommunication, but able to get it over. They set it up. Bartholomew going for the kill. Cope not able to save that one. Point will go to the Crusaders again.
Back and forth this goes. This is exciting.
I think they're having to get the volleyball here. Here comes the serve. Still up in the air. They set it up. Kraft tips it over. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They set it up for Bartholomew. She'll look to go for the kill. Malozy able to dive and save it. Beardsley goes for the kill. Left hand still up in the air here for the Firehawks, though. Beardsley, she'll try again. Gets it over. And at that point will go to the Firehawks. Excuse me, William Carey, they say. They retake the lead, 15-14. Here comes the serve once again. Gets it over Cope. Malozy Here's Patterson. That's down for the kill. Another one for Patterson. With that, it's tied up at 15. Patterson, that's her 10th kill now. Put her in double digits. Garza, she'll send it over. There's Bartholomew. Losey with another diving save. They set it up for Kraft. Here on the far side, going for the kill. Won't be able to get over the net. One will go to William Carey again. (15-16). Here's the serve. Able to get it over. Kraft. Losey sets it up for Ward. Going for the kill. Still up in the air. Hits the speaker. They're having to track it down. They send it back. That one sails long. Point will go to the Firehawks. And that's just a tough break there by William Carey, having to readjust. Ties it up at 16.
How many lead changes and ties have we had so far?
We've had several, especially in this third and fourth set. Beardsley back to serve. She'll get it over the net. Here he is. And they will just send it back over. Hits the antenna. Point will go to the Firehawks. Another attack here for William Carey. Now number 29 compared to UT Southern's 27, so pretty even. Both teams still with 2 timeouts. Beardsley gets it over the net. They set it up for Bartholomew on the near side. That's sent back. UT Southern sets it up far side. Kraft having to adjust. Floats it over Bartholomew. They set it up. They look to get it over. Garza underneath it. They set it up for Kraft. Fight for it at the net. Malozzi sets it up far corner. Nobody there. Point for the Firehawks. 18-16 is the UT Southern lead. Good job there by Malozzi. Another kill for her. Beardsley back to serve. She'll send it over. Up in the air still as they look to send it back. Beardsley, Malozzi sets it up. Ward up in the air as Benedict. They set it up for Bartholomew on the near side, and that point will go to William Carey. I'm not sure what call was there. I was paying attention to the ball, so that point will go to the Crusaders. Now 18-17.
Not sure exactly what happened there.
Something was against UT Southern. Here's the serve. Bartholomew, Garza. Malozzi sets it up for Kraft on the far side. That's down for the kill. Nothing you can do about that one.
That was mean.
Yep. Now 19-17. Kraft will go back to serve once again. 2-point UT Southern lead. Here's the serve. They look to set it up. Haggart gets it over. Garza. Malozzi fight for it at the net. Point will go to the Crusaders. 19-18. Mitchell back to serve. She will send it over the net. Kraft. Malozzi for Norris. Looking for the kill. Down for the kill. Point for the Firehawks. 20-18.
Whew, got a little too excited there. Whew.
I say big game here for the Firehawks. There's Ward. They set it up. Looking to get it over. Still up in the air. Malozzi. Norris looking for another kill. Still up in the air for the Crusaders though. Set it up. Back and forth they go. Point will go to William Carey though.
That was a great block.
(20-19) in favor of UT Southern. Fulich back to serve. Shoulder to net. Service error comes at the worst time possible. 21-19. Both teams still with 2 timeouts. Losey back to serve. Firehawks 4 points away from taking this 4th set and the match. Here comes the serve. Able to get it over. Sets it up. Looking to get it over. That one sails long. Point for the Firehawks again.
That was a bullet. Good night.
And we're going to have a timeout by William Carey. Their first in this 4th set as they trail 22-19. We'll be back here on the X Sports Network.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And back here on the X Sports Network as William Carey burns their first timeout here in this 4th set. They trail UT Southern 22-19. Firehawks, if they win this set, they take the match and pick up another conference win. Here's the serve from Malozzi. They set it up. Hagart sends it back over. Beard's able to track it down. They set it up for Norris. Far side, floats it over, still up in the air. And trying to save it, won't be able to. Guess what? Point for the Firehawks. 23-19. Crowd starting to get into it. They're 2 points away. Got a wet spot on the floor once again. Rose back to serve once again. There's the serve. Floats it over the net. Benedict, they set it up, looking to find a hole in the defense. Nice job there by Garza. They set it up for Beardsley, going for the kill. Still up in the air here for William Carey, though. They set it up. Having to time it, gets it over. Malozzi, Garza, Norris, having to adjust. Still up in the air here for the Crusaders. Sets it up far side. Hagart looks to get it over, and that will be point for the Firehawks. Goes off the antenna. And it is set point and match point here in the Carey Athletic Complex. Here's the serve. Malozzi gets it over the net. They set it up. Near side. Looks to get it over. Blocked back. Up in the air here for the Crusaders. Hagart. Malozzi. Underneath Garza. Tracks it down. Beardsley looking to finish it off. Still up in the air here for William Carey. They look to send it over the net. Norris. Malozzi. Fight for it at the net. Beardsley. She'll try again. Has to fall away. Fulich. They send it back. Tipped up. Point will go to William Carey. Not able to get a hold of that one. 24-20.
Whew. Everybody in the crowd's blood pressure is rising.
(24-20). Here's the serve from William Carey. Gets it over the net. Malozzi sets it up. Patterson going for it. They set it up. Bartholomew going for the kill. Up in the air. Kraft sets it up. Beardsley sends it over the net. Back to William Carey. They set up for Bartholomew once again. Sails long. That point will go to the Firehawks. And they will take this game. They will take the set 25-20. They will take the match 3 sets 2-1 over William Carey as they improve to 8-5 overall. Reach 500, 4-4 within conference play. William Carey will fall to 12-9 overall, 6-2 within a conference. So big win here, Grand, for UT Southern. A statement win here at home as they get to play Oakwood on Monday, Octoberfest, so it'll be a big crowd here in Pulaski, Tennessee. So that will do it for us here on the X Sports Network. For Hayden Burks and Graham Burks, we will see you on Monday.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.